Living out of the BOK, we're up in the mountains. I'm gonna test some fire starters. The knife I brought with me is a stainless steel SOG Aura 7CR13, 10.6 ounces. Love that knife. Custom Red Hill Kydex sheath. Nice stainless camp knife. Reviewed many years ago. I bent this one in 2012. We're in a high use area. Granted, no one's around right now, but in the summertime it's pretty much stripped of wood, so I had to stop and get some at a different place. So what I'm going to do is just kind of baton a little bit, get some kindling ready. And I'm going to test some starters I didn't try last time, and they're just store-bought ones. I didn't make any special effort to go out and find like high-tech fire starters. I didn't do that. Just a couple, and then we'll see how they do. I got some fat wood with me as well. I think with a certain match I'm running, they should do okay. So my small knife is a mini Griptilian with a lint pocket clip on it. The SOG Aura. Let's see if I can stick it again. Oh yeah. Oops, missed that one. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Just like the jimping on the top of this knife is perfect. Now, this isn't a hard use wilderness blade. I mean, I wouldn't want to go through a big log with this. I tried it, bent the knife because it's hollow ground. But as a lightweight BOK blade, it's awesome. The SOG Aura. And then I showed you the Ontario Spec Plus knives that I've been running in my BOK SP series. Take your pick, they're all good. And then let's go over here to an actual fire pit for a change. Look at this. These are the fire starters we're going to be trying out right here, dudes. That's what it looks like around here, in case you're wondering. Look at the moon up there. Creek flowing in the background. So, I almost said Allie. It's not Allie, it's Sadie. Yes, hey girlfriend. She's with me tonight. Short Stuff, aka Piglet, aka Stocky One, aka Stubby. She's got really short legs. You'll see her in Living Out of the BOK videos. So we just got done with dinner time. Sadie put her nose in the beef stew, ate half of it. Not awesome. And that's the BOK. So we're not backpacking. We've rolled in on that bug out kit living. It's basically a wilderness camping system. I said that in the series of videos. If you prepare properly, you can be relatively comfortable. Meant to last 7 days to 10 days, maybe longer if you can find more food. We're right by a water supply though. There's a creek right down here. So water's not a problem. So there's no fire restrictions where I'm at right now. I did ask the rangers because it has been a relatively dry year up here. We're not going to build a rip-roaring fire at all. In fact, all I'm going to do is just see how these start. Now, this is really important, what I'm going to tell you right now. This is a great night to start a fire because there's no wind, there's no moisture, and it's awesome. So this thing should have no problem. The first thing we're going to try is Smith's Be Ready Natural Tinder Maker with fire starter. It's like a freaking cheese grater. So I guess the idea is to use dry wood, tinder, and then so we're going to grate wood in there, and then we're going to dump it out and try to start it with a flint and steel, I think. So let's give it a go. I'll probably throw these in as extras to the Patreon giveaways that I do every month. Let you guys try them as well. So that's what's on here. It just looks like a standard Swedish fire steel right here. Not bad. So that's throwing pretty good. And then we've got basically a garlic grater right here. Oh, there's instructions. Where did my wood go? Right here. So, I mean, we couldn't ask for better wood. This is dry wood. Generally, when I come up here, it's raining, snowing. It's so difficult, and I gotta process wood to get to the center where it's dry. There we go. My overall take on this device here is it's hokey. It's just a lot of nonsense, really. But I could be wrong. I mean, maybe it works great. My preferred way of starting fires is what, TMPers? If you've ever watched my wilderness videos, you should know. I'm not going to tell you. You should just know. It's easy. It always works. I have one of them here. This is time, calories, and energy, which I don't like expending. TCE. So now, what if it's raining and I have to do this? Let me go to night shots. I'll turn this light down. I'm running the S2 via hat on the reverse clip. Now it's in low mode. This is, I think, just pine wood that I'm using. Is this pivot? Is that enough? I got a good place right here to start it. Now, I'm not going to go in the center of the fire pit where it's a mess, really. Full of ash. I probably just start my own fire platform. The problem with this is if it's windy. It's starting. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see. Only the best production values in TMP. I'm pretty sure this would work. This flint and steel's doing great. The problem is, see, it consumes some of those sawdust stuff, but now I guess I gotta make more than I thought I would, which I don't like. It just seems like a bunch of nonsense to me. Yeah, I don't like this. Plus, it's bulky to carry. I think it's probably better for spaghetti. For your garlic, this would be actually a really good garlic press. Dude, you can shave your garlic in that. Look at that. They probably have something like that in the kitchen store. Maybe that's where these guys got the idea. Hey, let's make a garlic press fire starter. You know what? I'm not digging that striker too much. I don't want my perfect edge of my aura either. I got my own Swedish fire steel right here. I also have this. Uh-oh. MRE coming back. Yeah, I'm not digging it. That's all I'm going to spend with that. The sparking you're seeing is actually from the flint. That's not the sawdust. I'm pretty confident I could get that working, but I don't want to be here all night. It's just not worth it. So I'll give this a letter grade of higher than you think, actually, because it does have a really good flint on it. Hang on a second. Let me turn this off. I'm going to give it a B- actually, because it has a good flint and steel. This grater portion here is kind of hokey. Next up, ooh, I saw these and I really liked them. This is an Orion Fire Pit Pro, Ultimate outdoor fire starter. Hang on, I gotta make sure my dog's not eating my stuff. Hey, dog! Get out of there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I saw this Fire Pit Pro, and this seemed like it could be cool. It's kind of heavy though. They seem like flare devices really to me. Let's see, it says fastest, easiest way to start an outdoor fire. Self-contained, windproof, waterproof ignition. Lights every time. Burns up to 7 minutes in excess of 2,000 degrees. Intense heat lights up even damp wood. Eco-friendly formulation, also excellent signal flare. Man, I'm digging this. This works. The only downside I could see is that it's heavy. So I'm really familiar with flare devices as a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel, pilot, having gone to survival. I have them integrated into my Zodiac. A lot of my car kits actually have Orion road flares on it too. So let's see. That should just strike like that. Remove lid. Scratch the surface of the cap. Twist and remove cap to expose back button. Gently. So I think it's just intuitive. You just do this. Oh, dude, look at that. Oh my gosh, I found a new favorite fire starter. Oh, these are awesome. Look at that, dude. So that is exactly what you want. And sure enough, dude, you could sing with that for sure. I mean, I'll have no problem starting a fire with this. God, that is so freaking awesome. I guess a downside would be of these Fire Pit Pros is that once they start going, you're just going to have to let them run. You might be able to extinguish them and get them running again, but who knows. Look at how cool those colors are, dudes. Look at that, just tearing it up. And so I think this is a product that is delivering on what it says. Highly recommended this one. Probably the best fire starter I've ever tested ever. Let's see if I can extinguish it. If you starve it of oxygen, it should extinguish. Yeah, that thing was outstanding. God, that ruled. So I was able to put it out. You might be able to reignite it. Obviously not the way I did it before. Huh. God, that's freaking awesome. Orion Fire Pit Pro. Letter grade on that's A+, in case you're wondering. Next up, I think I tried these before. The emergency tinder kit with a wax on it. It was in the snow on my fire making video a couple years back. Allie and I were together. I really want to use my Swedish fire steel instead of this little one right here, but whatever. Let's see what this is. What the heck? So take a cube of tinder, press firmly on both ends so as to flatten it to approximately the size of a quarter. Got it. Like that. More or less. Looks like there's some cotton in there too. Wax cotton is what these are. You can make these at home. A lot of guys do. Every time I make a fire starting thing, they're like, just use my homemade such and such. I use just dryer lint in a film canister. Slowly pull the flattened tinder in 2 parts. The longer the fuzzier fibers exposed are, the easier it will be to light. Okay, gotcha. I'll take off my gloves for this. I'm already not liking this because of the prep time. And again, we have perfect conditions in rain, snow. I'm shaking. I'm getting hypothermia. This is just prep time. I don't know if I did a great job with that, but it's going to have to do. Do not disturb the fibers you have exposed. Unscrew the striker pin from the flint. Hold the... Okay, so I think this is your striker. I'm going to try to fuzzy it up a little more. I'm going to try to give this the best possible outcome. It's just wax nylon is all. I'm sorry, wax cotton, not nylon. Well, what do you know? It started right up. Who would have thunk? So it was just this little thing right here. Right here. I'm not going to lie, I'm surprised. I didn't think that would start the way it did. That's Coghlan's Tinder Kit. Oh yeah, a little bit of prep time. You saw that. The good news is these little cubes are going to be waterproof, so it's kind of encasing the cotton in here, so they're not going to be exposed to water. I think that's the idea of it, of course. I'm going to have to try it in the wind, but I'm going to give this, at least for, I don't know about long term how durable this flint and steel is going to be, but I'm going to give it a B+. Yeah, B+. You know, the quality of construction doesn't seem super high, but this is a really affordable kit. And it's still burning, look at that. Actually, I'm going to upgrade it to an A-. There you go. Coghlan's Tinder Kit. Doing well. What do we got next? We've got the UCO fire starting kit. So it includes these huge storm matches. And, hang on, I gotta resituate my butt. Still burning. Well done, Coghlan's. So here's what this one looks like. I showed you guys in my living out of the bug out kit video. I started the stove with this one. Oh, duh. It's got a striker right on the side. I was digging it out in the video. And then it has very similar material. So kind of a fire bar. You guys have seen these before. Let's see if there's any prep on this. Trying to be a good boy. 12 hurricane matches, what it includes. 3 sweet fire tabs, fire starting tinder, renewable biofuel. No one cares if it's renewable. I'm out in the woods dying of frostbite. Burns up to 7 minutes. Okay, let's check it out. The matches are awesome. No problems on the matches. I don't think this is something that needs to be prepped. Now it's starting. I think that Coghlan's was better than this though. I love the case that it comes in. I like the striker on the case. I'm not too fond of the actual tinder or the fire starting material. I think it's hokey. Yeah, I don't like it. See how wind resistant it is. Technical test. It's okay. The real test again is in snow. Let me see. I'm going to give this, I love the matches. There's only 12 of them though, so that's not a lot. Most of the space is taken up by that goofy tender in there. It worked though. I mean, it started up slowly. I'll give it a B-. B-. So it could be worse, definitely worse. That is the UCO fire starting kit. Great matches, great container. You could actually take that stuff out and put more matches in there, which would be outstanding. I'm gonna waste this. Now, I think a fire starter to be really effective is going to be like that Open Pit Pro. So it's going to generate its own heat. I don't think this is doing that. It does have flame, and so you can, you know, you can put your, I don't really have it shaved down too thin, but you could put your thin tinder on there, your matchstick sized kindling on there, and it would definitely take off. But I think the more heat your starter does, the quicker your fire is going to go. And actually, the more resilient against wind and cold temperatures it'll be. It's probably about 29 degrees right now. And then check this out. This is another UXO product. It's called Titan Stormproof Match Kit. Longest burning, windproof, and waterproof match. Pretty sure I'm going to like this. Dude, check those matches out. That's awesome. Holy freak. Okay, UXO, I like that. Dude, that is a freaking flamethrower. So it's got a striker on the side of the waterproof case. The case is absolutely superb, albeit not that light. I don't know if I'd want to backpack with these. I brought the BOK up today on wheels, so that works. Backup strikers on it. There's some cotton in there too. Not just for kindling, that's actually a very important safety thing, because you want to soften the impact of these. If they were to strike, you were to drop it, you could actually explode the entire match case. By the way, I've done that. So let's see how this works. I could put it right here, but I'm just going to strike it. Oh yeah, that's cool. It's kind of like that Flame Pit Pro. The only thing that I'm worried about on this is that I really have to have my kindling set up. You know? Because look, it's coming to the end of its burn already. It's not that long. So I'm not going to call this a fire starter. I think as a fire starter, I'm going to give it like a C-. You'd have to have some really dry kindling, maybe some fuzzy kindling. And then I think it would work. In my conditions where I'm at in the mountains, as a fire starter in and of itself, well, it's starting a fire for sure, but I should say as a campfire generator, it just doesn't give me enough time. I'll be generous and give it a C+ for the UXO. As matches, I'm going to give it an A+, but as a standalone fire starter, nah, not really. What else do I got? I think I got one more. UXO Stormproof Sweet Fire Strikeable Fire Starter. Oh, this is that same crap we just started, I think. Yeah, so this kind of looks like candy corn from Halloween, doesn't it? It's the same stuff that we're burning on the rock right here. But, oh, check this out. This is interesting. So they have a strikeable surface on this one. That is interesting. So, let me see if that works the way I think it would. Oh, yeah. Okay, UXO, now you're on to something. I like that. Look at that. That is cool. Let's see if it stays lit, though. That's an important thing. Oh, crap. Come on, baby. Light. I don't want to have it feed off that other one. Maybe like that other one, what do they call it, the sweet fire? It just starts slowly and then it'll burn hotter. I mean, that one's still going. And for duration, I'm liking those. Those are good. So those are cool. I mean, I would carry that along. I really would. That's cool. They're not that heavy. And you get 8 of them in a package. That's a UXO Stormproof Sweet Fire Strikeable Fire Starter. Whew, that's a mouthful. Good for the planet. Okay. Now let's see. Now what I use, and I mentioned this at the outset, I think most of the TMPers know. This is my own fire kit that I bring. So of course I have a lighter. I've got some storm matches in here. I've got some more storm matches, small variety. I think I tried these on my last fire starter video. There's that cotton as a protective measure. Here's a very small Swedish fire steel. It works fine. Right there with a hacksaw blade. So this is what I carry. I mean, this when I go out in the woods, this is what I can carry. And there's another Swedish fire steel. Heck, I got freaking a couple of them. This one I really like. It's just like that other one that we just saw. Remember I said this just has a different striker on it. These throw a lot of sparks. They're excellent. I love them. Look at that, dude. Freaking awesome. And it's thinner. So I used to have these ones, like I showed you in the Southeast fire making video years ago. They're really thick and they're just a little bit heavy. So I went with a thinner ferro rod on this, or flint. That's sick. Now, my fire starter, I haven't got to it yet, and you guys know what it is. And I'm not going to burn this bar because I've already shown it so many times in videos. It's trioxane, bro. Trioxane, camp stove fuel. And so you need to make sure it's not exposed to air because it'll turn to powder. So you can see I have a brand new package. Then it's in a heavy duty plastic baggie. And this is still my favorite fire starter other than that Open Pit Pro that I saw. So I like that one as well. But this is going to be lighter, very usable. It's windproof, waterproof, all that good stuff. So I give trioxane an A+. It's outstanding. Love it, love it, love it. And that's it, dudes. Woo! Fire starter vid, nutnfancy, out in the woods, and now it's pitch black out here. And those fire cubes are still going. The Sweet Fire from UCO. Is that the company? Yep. I hope I'm saying that right. UCO. Sog Aura. Let's see what Doglet's doing right here. Dogness Mark II is asleep already. We're going to migrate to the tent and get warm. I might play around with our emergency radios I brought, testing those of the variety that, you know, listen to shortwave, AM, FM, upper, lower sideband. I'm not expecting good things because we're in a canyon here, so I don't think I'm going to get much propagation. And we'll let the fire burn out. Fire starters. Nothing fancy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing, being part of TMP Patreon, keeping me going. See you later.